if you say a cuss word, you go to jail. And when you go to jail, you said a cuss word, then you're only going to eat broccoli and other vegetables for your whole life.
Okay.
Vegetables for your whole life.
I
love that. That kid's awesome. Just want to let the chat know real quick. We do got someone waiting in the back, so if you want to get a 1v1 going or anything like that. Plus, you got 2 minutes. If you want to have a chance at the prize, you got to be in the back or on the stage in the next 2 minutes. So get into the back and wait there, and hold your spot in line if you want to have a shot at the prize. But yeah, use your moves.
This whole
I like
argument,
veggies.
This whole
I like
argument,
veggies. So
shut up.
Yeah, we have 10 on. We have 10 on.
I love
we
it.
can't get more until
That's all I want.
we have some eliminations.
Clay
I can tell you for a
Shut up,
fact
Clay.
that every single one of your mothers, every single one of your mothers snorted Tylenol when she was pregnant. You were the most autistic fuckers I've ever seen on the internet.
Yes. No, in all seriousness, no. These things
Or
are
you
not
at their
happening.
area.
No,
You're wrong, dude.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. Don't wrong. Like my mother had a fucking IV of Tylenol coming going into her, but like I'm just letting you know, you are also autistic.
Like about once a month, the church would go out there and have a barbecue, and they also have their little pantry that these homeless people can go to. I know, okay. This is true.
And I bet you they got a
where you
kitchen
can't
set up
sleep.
at a church.
You can't sleep at the preacher's house.
I bet you they
can't
have
sleep
multiple
at the church.
I bet you they have multiple.
You cannot
kitchens
sleep at the
set up
church.
by churches.
You
I bet you
cannot
they have,
sleep
they have
at
food
the
pantries.
church. You
I bet
can't
they
sleep
have,
at the preacher's
They have
house.
vans that go around and pick up. See, you keep making
You
the
don't
same
even
point.
know
You're
the
not
culture,
even letting me.
They're not doing it.
They are doing it. They're absolutely doing it.
Look, if
I
they were
guarantee
doing
you,
it,
in
why would
every major city
in America.
in the U.S.
Go to church for
Why are these people still out there?
Why haven't they
Because
solved the
there's-
problem?
Some of them wanna
Is that
be
what
out
you're
there.
No.
saying?
Why
Some
are
are
the
mentally
people still on the street?
handicapped.
I'll tell you
The
why.
same
I'll
tents
tell
that I
you why.
saw.
Some
I'll
people
tell you
don't want to
why.
be held.
Listen. Hold on.
You want
The
no? You
same
asked the
tent-
question. Do you want to know why? You're going to
the
tell us the
same-
story again. You're going to tell us your
the
story about how
same-
you rode your
the
scooter.
same-
You saw the same
the
tents
same-
out there every time I go to the city. I see the
Yes,
tents
exactly.
out there.
It's the same exact.
Fuck up.
Tell me why.
Shut up with your anecdote. I'll
It's
give
you
you
shut
a
up with your
response.
stupidity.
You asked.
You're not admitting the truth.
You're using
You want
fallacies
to
and then
believe that
calling
the church
someone
is doing
stupid.
it. And I get it, bro. I want to believe that these good people are great people, but they're not. They're just good people.
You asked why there's still homeless people out there. It's because of the social safety nets enabling them to get drugs handed out, get food stamps. They can live on the streets comfortably.
Pretty correct. Very correct, actually. Like
You
when
go
an
and talk to these
relationship,
people.
right?
You know these stories. You go and talk to these people, Jay.
Money
Hold on,
every month from government.
You know who you're talking
homeless.
to, Brick? I've been
You
in
know
every
who you're
major
talking
city in
to, boy?
America. I've lived on
Put
this
a bit of
road
respect
multiple
on my
major
name.
cities in America. I traveled across the country
And
living in a
talk
van,
to
dude.
You talk to these people. You know what
I've
their
done
stories
it.
are
Yeah.
about.
You're going
I've done it.
So then you know good and well.
He's going
that it's not
anecdotal.
the
He's
church
making an
is
appeal to
helping
authorities.
them.
And you don't know because I rode my scooter in the city one time.
then-
I've been
and
riding
what's
my
crazy-
scooter in the city
and
my
what's
whole life.
crazy- What's crazy is that when they go to the shelter gives them a time limit, right? And then if they don't get a job by a certain time limit, guess where they go? To a shelter.
Which shelter? There's
Okay.
church ran
Live in a
shelters.
van down
There's
by the
church
river.
ran shelters, and then there's government ran shelters. Which
Yeah,
shelter?
it doesn't really matter. Even the church shelters
We're
will kick
talking
you out
about government
within a
housing
certain time.
anyways.
Yeah,
So he's
it's all
basically
time
saying
frame
homeless
based.
people now.
Right?
and
If
homeless
someone
people
can't
now
do it,
coming
now we're
from-
not talking about disabled people either. We're
This
talking
all said, I don't think
able-bodied
government should do
people.
housing. I think that the church and charities and private corporations should take care of housing. And he said, no, the church isn't doing anything. That's how we got
I
here.
didn't say they're not doing anything. I just said they're not doing it.
But he's saying there's homeless people on the streets now.
They haven't solved the homeless problem by themselves.
They can't do it all by themselves. Exactly. Because guess what? Some people don't want the church's help. And some
Right.
people don't want
any
that
help.
at least, then you'll never see what the real issue is.
That doesn't mean the church isn't helping, though. That's ridiculous.
They don't want the
No,
government
they're
shelter
not.
either. They don't want the shelter.
They're not able to reach.
They want a paycheck every month, and they want to sleep on the streets in a tent and do
they're not
drugs.
able to reach everyone
Now
because
you
not
hit the nail on the head
everyone wants the help from the church, right? So what the church and what the good people do is they pay into a system where there's a social safety net, hoping that we can maybe save some souls.
Listening to Kamala Harris,
right? Through
right.
The
so working
a government doesn't save souls. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
No. You're missing the point.
Also,
point.
What did Jesus say, Brick? He said the poor will always be among us. There's always going to be poor people. There's always going to be people on the streets. There's always going to be the outsider and the weirdo who lives in a tent on the street. That's always going to be the case.
Power to help them.
But
everything in your power.
But when the numbers are increasing, that's because of this social safety net that we set up. We made it comfortable to be poor.
Look, I understand.
Our poorest people, our poorest 10% is richer than like 90% of the world.
No, it's not exactly what you're putting it out to be. Enabling is a thing. I get that, but that's not to count for the fact that people
giving them Obama phone and
people don't want the church to come by and help them. This is what the issue is.
That's not true.
The government is the government.
That's not true. That's not true. Every time a church would come down to the block and set up a table and hand out coffee and donuts and sing some worship songs, there was a fucking crowd around them. All the homeless people,
government
free donuts, free coffee,
No, they don't want to be preached to.
They got pizza. Oh, let me get some pizza.
Some food, not preached to.
That's food and ministry. What are you talking about? That's
who can clean that up? Society in a minute.
Look, I
no
agree
more.
that
We're not going to do this anymore. Period. I don't care what the reason is. You can be a crackhead, do it in the house, do it out in the damn woods someplace.
Look, if you live in New York right now, you can just go to a place and they'll give you a crack pipe. If you're homeless,
they'll
give you a crack pipe.
Oh yeah, you can get a whole rig set up with a rig and cottons and
when you vie for no social safety net, what you're vying for is that they die.
And
what?
What'd you say?
This is the truth, right? If they don't have anything, no way to climb out of the hellhole that they're in,
they wouldn't have
what
nothing.
What happens is that they die.
They wouldn't have nothing.
What the hell, Clay?
No, they're more likely to die by getting a check from the government every month that they spend on drugs.
Enabling them to do drugs, yeah.
They do, but it ain't a solution.
Food stamps. What about food stamps? Can they have a food stamp card?
No.
Well,
or if they're on the sidewalk doing crack.
You need an address.
They can have a bowl of soup.
No food.
They can't have food. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're vying.
They can't have food because they don't have a food stamps card. I've watched people without food stamp cards get fat on the street because all they do is go from church to church to church all day long and eat.
Did you say they sell some?
There's my anecdote.
Didn't you say they sell some?
They got nothing to do all day.
God. Bro,
not bad.
People don't live on the street. Stop it. Fat people don't live on the street.
Are you crazy? Are you fucking retarded, dude?
That's crazy, bro.
These people on the street, none of them are fat, bro.
You're tripping.
None of them are fat.
You're tripping. So many obese homeless people.
No, bro. No,
you're literally tripping.
Okay, stupid right now. No, listen, there are not fat people homeless, stupid on the street.
You need to get on your. You need to get on your.
No, bro. I've been riding around on this fucking scoot, filming the cops, and no, for real.
Maybe it's scoot,
right?
Not looking at white homeless people.
They mess with the homeless people. Those homeless people that they're messing with, they're not fat people.
I've seen
says a third of homeless people are obese online.
In California, I've seen it in Vegas.
Fat people.
It literally says a third of people are obese. A third of homeless people are obese.
A third. 33%.
I have some videos to share with you. Okay, I'll share my videos with you.
You know why the ones you see aren't fat in Albuquerque is because they're all meth heads. That's Iceland.
Homeless people in Albuquerque are meth heads now.
That's
all of a sudden, all the homeless people in Albuquerque are just meth heads.
That's the ones you went
First
to.
They were all fat. Now they're all You're so fucking disingenuous right now,
bro. You haven't even met a percentage of a percentage of a percentage of homeless people.
Believe that the churches are reaching out, and they are, but they're not doing it all.
Albuquerque, they're not doing it all.
Albuquerque has a big meth problem. I would argue the majority of the homeless people in Albuquerque are meth heads.
Jonesy, why don't you go out in a little scoot and reach out to everybody that the church isn't?
I do.
Hey.
Oh,
The
yeah,
fuck?
you little scoot.
Look, I ain't got much, but what I do have, I share, bro.
Jesus Christ,
This is
that's
the
a little
thing
scoot,
about
scoot,
me,
scoot,
bro.
scoot.
This is why I don't have much.
Well, then you just disproved your point that nobody's out there doing charity for them.
Hey,
No, I
You're
didn't.
not helping anybody. Is that
No, I
correct?
didn't. I'm saying that the church isn't doing it all.
It's
I'm
not just
saying
the
that we
church. There's
need
also private. There's
government
local.
Provide social safety nets for people that won't accept help from the church, and this is just a fact that some people
They can
won't.
accept help
You
from
think those
big
people are
business.
more likely to accept help from the government than
Yes.
from the
You're saying
local
that,
church?
don't you? Like the
Yes.
church should be doing it
No.
all.
Yes.
Yeah, you're saying
This
that like
is
the
a
church
fact.
should be doing it all.
Yes, there
The
are
church
some
isn't
people
doing
who
it all,
will
but
not
they're doing
accept
some.
help from the church.
No,
This is
people
just
want
what
help
it
from
is.
They're doing that part.
Nah,
I've never
There's some
met-
people
I've
that
never
won't
met a
accept
homeless
help from the
person.
government. So
you
the argument
obviously
goes
haven't
both
been to many
ways.
homeless
Yeah,
shelters.
I've
Then
never met a homeless person that was like,
you
"Oh,
haven't
that's
been.
a church."
You haven't talked to many homeless people. Then
You haven't been on
I
this.
guarantee you,
And also
I've talked to more
negate-
homeless people than you have. I
no,
guarantee.
bro.
And
What are you
also
talking?
negate the
Nah,
fact
I don't-
that
I
even
can't even
if
say it, bro, because you're so
the
dumb right now.
church offered it to them and they
Bro,
declined
have
it,
you ever been homeless,
the church
JS?
didn't
Yeah.
try.
Okay, so haven't I?
That's the whole point.
Okay, have you really been homeless?
So
Like,
haven't
really,
I?
really homeless, like in the woods with nothing,
Yes.
Yep.
No, I slept on the
starving,
streets. I didn't
starving your
sleep-
ass off because you're not fucking fat.
No, I didn't
dumbass.
starve
Sounds
because
like
I
a
knew where all
one-on-one.
the free food places were.
Yeah,
Fucking
so you weren't
dumbass.
homeless. You went to the church, didn't you?
Oh,
You
so he was
fucking
homeless,
dumbass.
so he's not fat. Is
No,
that
he
really
went to
your
the
fucking
church.
argument?
He
Well,
went to the church because he was a smart
No.
homeless guy, right? He was a smart homeless guy. He knew where the food was, and I get that, but some people don't want that. Some people would rather smoke meth and be skinny on the street and get a
Yeah, like
few
70%
government
of
Yeah,
benefits.
if
homeless
you're
people.
smoking
And
meth, you don't need food.
Some asshole in the church who says, "Hey, we're doing everything for you."
Yeah, it's not that they're rejecting the
Government won't
church.
do that.
It's
How
not
many
that they're
times you
rejecting
say the
food
same
from the
thing?
church.
Hey,
It's
we
that
do
they're
everything
smoking meth,
for
they
you.
only need to eat
You know
once
who
every
will?
4
Some
days.
asshole in the church. Some asshole in the church is going to sit there and go, "Yeah, we do everything for you." And you know who won't? The government. The government
Wait,
doesn't be a
Wait, you want
dick
that?
about
You
it.
want that meth head in government housing?
What I'm
Easy,
telling
I'm gonna
you
bounce,
is
bud.
the
I'm gonna let
reason
somebody
that
up,
people
like,
want
me.
that
Meth head
meth
instead of
shit
being
is in the
homeless.
church.
What happens when you put that meth head in
You know
government
what happens
housing
with
is the
church.
apartment complex.
Some
burns
asshole
down
from the
within 6
church
months.
comes through and is
I've
like,
seen that
"Hey,
happen.
Exactly.
we are doing this thing for you, and we want a little reciprocation." And that's exactly the way the churches act. I know this. I know it.
I don't know, but if we're playing
That's
like
my experience with the
if we're
church.
playing a pew,
Been to many
appeal
Your
to authority,
anecdotal evidence,
anecdote,
bro, and it
It's not
means
anecdotal,
nothing.
You're just mad.
Literally,
It's true.
who's got the
it's
most
anecdotal,
homeless
bro.
clout?
It's
I
true.
guarantee
You're
you,
mad
I've
'cause
got
it's
more
true.
homeless clout than
You're
you.
calling
Britt.
it anecdotal, but you're just mad because it's true.
I'm mad because you're using a fallacy and you're pretending to
No, it's
fucking
not
make a good
fallacy. You're
argument.
just mad
It
'cause
literally
it's
is.
true. You're just mad because it's true.
I'm not mad at all.
You're just
Makes
stating.
me want a
something. It has
hobo
nothing to do
clown
with the
avatar.
argument.
It's
been
not my
talking
fault that you don't believe the
full
truth.
Fucking
I bring you the
40
truth
minutes.
and you don't
What the hell?
accept it.
That's not
Some
true.
people don't
Wrong.
want help from
Bro.
you, dude.
Your personal truth isn't the
Some
truth.
people
Sorry to break
don't
it to
want
you.
help from your garbage ass church.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
agree
gonna
with that.
Speak loud,
I'm not
bro.
arguing.
But like, we
Hey,
don't
hey,
really care about your truth.
Guys,
Some
man.
people
was
don't
that a
want
quote
help from
Jesus
anybody.
that Clay just said? Clay, was that a quote from Jesus or of Jesus? Like, I bring you
Some
the truth.
people don't
No.
want help from
No?
no garbage ass church.
What's the point?
I would say
Yeah,
no
there's-
church.
there's
My
government.
point is that if you
There's
do want to help these people, you have to do it without the church.
So you do it through the government.
There you go, Trippy.
Yes.
Fix his
Yeah,
ass
what
up.
about the people that don't want help from the government? What about those
Yeah.
people?
Well,
Do you know-
they're just screwed.
Do you know what happens if
Those
I
are
want
the
to
same
get?
kind of people that'll sit
Rick.
there and go like, "Hey, God's gonna got my back."
All
and
right,
he's out there
stop
with no
steamrolling.
boats and no helicopter.
But
You
the
may-
whole
dude.
point of this originally was the argument that you said that the church doesn't really do anything to help.
Yeah,
that.
and now he says they do things, but people
No, I
don't want
didn't-
it. So
Yeah,
it's
I
exactly.
didn't say
Move the
anything.
goalpost.
He lost his logic.
Say
Like, I've been
anything. I
sitting here
said they're
listening
not
to him
doing
scream
it.
the whole fucking
I
time.
said they're not
It's
doing
annoying
it.
as shit, but
They're
he
not.
backtracked the whole fucking
They're
Rick,
not.
Frick, if I want a month's worth of food from the government, I have to fill out
There's a
paperwork,
reason
go
they're
into
not
an.
doing it. If
Are
I
you gonna
go
let
to
me-
you once
See, he
and you
just-
say
he
I don't
just-
want your
He
help,
knows he's got
and
nothing,
then
so
I
he's
go
just
to you
gonna.
twice and you
Yeah.
say I don't want your help, and you
Rick,
and I go to you a
shut
third time and
up.
you say I don't want your help. What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk
damn it.
away. I'm gonna dust the sand from the fucking dust from my sandal.
Yeah, what if
I'm
you're
gonna walk
starving?
away.
What if you're
Ricky doesn't
starving?
say anything
I'm
when
gonna
he
walk
drops
away.
Time and time again.
I'm dying.
This
Yeah,
is
I'm
what
gonna walk away.
This is what the churches have done
Yeah,
time and time
again.
again. because ultimately people don't want the help.
Hold up.
People
Did
don't
Brick
want it.
say any? Did Bricky say anything when he
No.
dropped?
He did
just
a
left.
quick one. He said
did a
something real
real-
quick.
Did a real Irish goodbye.
He sounded like he was about to pass out.
Okay. I was just making sure before I bring up another fighter that he wasn't like.
Yeah, he said it
just
about 20
back.
minutes ago, something like that.
Okay.
He told us
Nova Star, welcome to the show.
Hey, you. Haven't seen you in a long time. How you been?
I've been good. Welcome.
Thank
Bro,
you.
Put the red hair on.
not going to see it on this one.
I have red hair now.
How you
Yes.
doing, Heifer?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys doing?
Not worth a shit.
Better now.
I have a
Why is
headache.
that? Yeah, so do I.
Bro, one dude will not shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah,
Holy
shut
shit.
up, Rick.
Yeah,
I
Dan Coy guy
walked
over
in
there
and
saying
I
whatever the hell
was
you're
like,
doing.
what's
Just
going
screaming.
on?
Bergen,
He was
get
telling us about his
mad.
grandma being homeless.
Don't get
Wait, no, that's not what
mad.
he
Don't be mad at me. Come on.
I stopped listening.
Oh,
Sorry.
Poor baby's getting mad.
I just had one question, all of you gentlemen. How many here are Americans? Because I know Speak is a Canadian.
Oh,
He's American too.
I think I'm American myself.
I might be.
I'm
American.
American.
on his name. He's a
Oh,
full
okay.
American. He
Jay
votes-
stands up and
Hey,
shows.
don't worry,
his-
Sweet Lizzie. I love
Jackass.
He stands up. He's like,
Smart.
I'm not even circumcised, and then we have to close the stream off because he's not circumcised.
Now I'm
not
sorry.
but he gets
Jay is
hard
really American.
There you go. Hungover.
Now it's solidified again.
Well,
That's
I'm from
yeah.
California, and most of the people on the streets there are there because they want to be, and they get money for being out there, and they get drugs, and they get food, and they can get housing if they want it. Sometimes they use it, sometimes they don't. And they've
Yeah, I got a
taken
video.
over. I just moved out of the state, by the way, and on my way out, I took a bunch of footage because I used to be, let's just say, entertainment industry and press related. Okay, and I took a bunch of footage of all the
Like
encampments.
you
that were
pressing
going
up
on.
on people?
No, I was driving and then took like 2 hours and was videotaping all of San Jose, San Francisco, all the neighboring cities, all the encampments
Was
and
you
stuff.
from the north or the south?
I'm from the South Bay.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I'm from like Torrance, Redondo, and I've lived in Orange County.
I got you.
God, a woman comes up here and y'all get fucking quiet.
Yeah,
You
well,
just
gotta
stop
figure out what you're
screaming.
trying to
and
Yeah,
everything.
no offense, bitch. This is Robot Callback Fridays. It ain't your personal life. What the fuck's the topic again?
That's right. Stick
Rick
that
is
in your
in
mouth and
Fair.
suck the
Yeah,
cardiac.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Brick
Oh, tell him.
was
And then-
complaining. Brick was, Madam Amanda speaking.
Okay.
Brick was claiming about the church or some shit like the church was a new charity.
No, that's not at all what I claimed. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
no,
Okay,
wait.
what's
That
your
is what you
claim?
claimed
What's
at
your claim?
first.
You can steal, man.
That was his initial claim. That's for
And
sure.
then you
That
moved
is
the
not
goalpost.
even true. Stop lying.
He said his
Okay,
claim
what is your
saying
claim,
that
sir?
most of the things that
It's
you
allowed,
guys say
correct?
that, or no, Rick was
Don't go
saying
on a
that most of
half-hour
the
rant.
Oh, okay.
okay,
Thank you for telling me, William.
yeah,
He
yeah.
thinks homeless people are more likely to take assistance from the
I don't
government
even
than
know.
a church. And the argument I'm trying to make that he never lets me make.
That's not what I said either.
If you want free food for a
I
month from a
know.
church, you just got to show up at the church every day and get your free food. If you want free food for a month from the government, you got to go into a government building. You got to sit down with a person. You got to fill out paperwork. You got to have a social worker. You've got to. Sometimes they'll make you check in every month.
Yep.
That's a whole process that homeless people are
Every
less
day
likely
you can go to the church.
and going
Yes.
down. Yes, every 3 times
Yep.
a day you can go to some churches and get food.
Some churches, not all the churches.
Some
Gotcha.
churches, yes.
There's some food banks in California where you just can show up with your driver's license and your ID.
Yeah, they got food banks that are set up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it is in Albuquerque, but I've been.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah,
You know,
it's going to be the same in every major city. You know, you're going to have your food banks, you're going to have your churches with food banks, but they're not going to the people, you know, and that's not happening. It's
you
not
gotta
like
find
they
them.
go
Churches
out
have
there-
churches
No,
have
no.
vans. They have outreach groups that go around in vans and they find drug addicts and they.
This is
offer them-
literally what the church does. This is
Yeah.
literally what they do.
It's like the whole point of the church. What do you
Yeah.
mean? They And the government does it, and I say
not like that. Not like what you're saying. They're not going out there in droves, looking for every single person. Going, hey,
just because you didn't see a church bus on your scoot ride today,
it's not just one time, bro. Like,
it doesn't matter how many times it is. Doesn't matter how many times it is. You don't even get that. It doesn't matter how many times you experience something. It's not going to prove your point. The more you keep saying that, the dumber you look. It doesn't matter.
I'm not trying to prove a point. I'm just bringing you the truth. If you don't like the truth, hey, I can't do anything for you.
Yeah, but you don't realize that the truth that you're saying isn't going to prove your argument. You don't realize that.
It's
I have
a
a question.
narrow place you see.
I have a question.
Like, you just see a very little bit.
I have a
like
question.
everybody
What is asking about what the church is doing versus for food and stuff? What are you trying to say or ask? Because my dad had a church. I'm a preacher's daughter, so we used to do stuff before, and give out.
Essentially, what I'm saying
is it true what they say about the preacher's daughter?
Oh my God.
Some of them, but not me.
Yes,
this is why women should be seen, not heard.
I'm sorry, no, but you came on about full of
preach, Ariak.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you make sense?
If I gotta take that one for the team, Trippy, I'll take it gladly.
I'm just fucking with you.
See, this is the thing that it's not. I'm trying to explain it, right? But they're like, "Oh no, you're wrong. This is what you're really saying." That's actually
explain
what
it.
You've been trying to explain it for 20 minutes.
No, you're just not listening, bro. I have actually stated my point.
Yeah, I know. I heard it earlier. I was trying to steelman it, but I'm like, I'd rather you just, go ahead and say it. Like, you're
what
like,
I'm saying is that the government is there, and the people are going to the government because they don't want the help from the church. They're going to the government because they look at the church and go, I don't want some asshole coming by and preaching to me so that I can get a bite to eat and a house and housing.
You agree with that?
They don't want that. They don't listen.
Do you agree with that?
Listen,
let him finish.
Linda, you can't just fucking start talking.
Gear just sent a 1v1 request. Gear just super chatted me a 1v1 request. I think it was supposed to go to you, Easy.
Well, then they got to get sent. So
I'll take some.
Essentially, what I'm saying though is that there are people who don't want the help.
One sec.
That now, because they don't want the help from the church, and some asshole from the church comes by every single day saying, "Hey, how you doing? You still want to hear about Jesus, right? Here's your food."
That's their
This is
fucking
why
thing.
people
That's what they
reject the
do. They're supposed to try to spread the word, Clay.
That doesn't mean you have to be an asshole, but you don't have to be an asshole.
When you're working and
You're being an asshole. Every time I see you, all you do is Jesus is a good guy and he loves you.
Yo, bro, every time you say that, it's subjective. It doesn't mean shit.
No,
Your
bro,
opinion
I was
is
literally
subjective.
just giving an example. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about your example that you gave being subjective and not meaning shit. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Or you could ask the person who actually did that type of stuff legitimately. I mean, and the night
comes in, says, "I challenge Clay to debate him on this topic." I mean, that's I mean, you could if so. What would have to happen? You get up in the back, and we need to get a spot free. So when someone's eliminated, you can get up here, and you could pay for your own 1v1, but it's 40 for a 1v1. But yeah, you can definitely pay for your own 1v1.
Well, couldn't someone just pop out real fast and then 1v1 and then there'll be a room left after someone leaves?
No, because I'd be bumping somebody in line.
Oh, is there more people?
The society, sir. There's rules.
I didn't realize there were more people. That's cool.
Yeah, this is kind of, I know it's a little bit of a bloodbath here, but it's a civilized society, okay?
Civilized barbarity.
Nah, I'm having a good time.
Oh shit! And we got the other half. So now what we need is somebody to pay for a 1v1 to make room for Galactic to get up here.
Rules in a society. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna sit here in silence until you guys give us the money.
I would have realized that if we should have social safety nets at all was going to be the hottest topic, I would have brought this up so much earlier. Just saying.
Yeah, and then you just run through all of them and why or why not. That's kind of what I was thinking when I.
I mean, that just, and like it seems, we're getting like hot, like for the very first one you guys started with, the government housing. I was like, that was the one I was like really curious because like, so like, what would be like? Are you saying like we shouldn't be giving any government housing at all, JS? So like, if you
I would say
you live on the street. Period.
I think the ideal situation is that rich people and businesses and churches and local things, they gather their money together, they buy a plot of land, they give you an electric hookup and a water hookup. I know. That's my argument, Brick.
But that's a stupid argument because we're not asking that.
He's asking, should the government provide housing? I say no. Here's what we should do instead. That's been my answer.
The answer is no.
That's been my answer.
Yes, I know.
Hey, Hungover, if we're not going to do that, then you're going to have to deal with immigration first. You realize that, right? Immigration is the biggest issue.
Well, we'll take care of that too.
Well, get on with it then. Take care of it by all means.
Yeah, go back home, Teriak. Go back to your country.
Trump's doing
Go back to
We don't take too kindly to leprechauns around here, boy.
We don't take kindly to
Is
people.
Clay the only one? Is Clay the only one though that's like has like a pushback, as in like there's no other solution?
Clay's
Because,
got
like, it seems like Clay is saying like, because so what I'm seeing here, JS is saying no, they shouldn't provide the government housing, and the reason being is we should have more of a community that gets together and helps the homeless people.
And it should be very minimal. When I say it's a plot on the dirt with you, maybe you give them a water and an electrical hookup.
Sure, yeah, like
it's privately owned.
but
you don't give
so
them a
then-
house, you don't give them a brand new apartment that they go in and destroy in a week. I've seen it so many times.
So I don't want to give anybody pushback, but does anyone else have pushback for that? Because I see Clay's the only one. Clay and JS were the only one going at this one.
We should not cut out all public housing. There's some people that simply cannot afford to go anyplace else. They get caught up in the middle of drug deals, drug use. It might be a mom with 5 kids.
That's the only exception I'd make is if it's a mom with 5 kids and the husband dies or something. That's the only.
I thought it was not one step back.
To me, that's like
we need a 1v1 to make room for Galactic to come up and have his 1v1. So
it's not one step back, Brick. I'm not social safety nets.
If you like.
Social safety nets are driven by good markets, and capitalism will drive good social safety nets. Every time people refer to socialist countries and they talk about Scandinavian countries, those are capitalist nations, homogenous capitalist nations that are able to have smart, decent social safety nets. But that's not what we're doing in America.
Compromising concession.
Let me add to that. Most of those countries are the size of New Mexico. They're not
That too, they're
large.
small.
Yes, they're very small. So it's much easier to tend to a smaller populace than what we've got over here.
So it also has to be a state by state thing instead of and that's another argument against the big government doing it. Instead of the federal government doing it for America, it'd be a state by state or a local thing, like communities would do it.
Does it include low income housing?
So are you crazy? Would that put you on the other side?
Low income housing would be government housing. Yeah,
that's exactly.
Low income housing is such bullshit. My mayor keeps building low income housing apartments, and they're like new small family low income apartments coming, and I'm like, that's a 2-bedroom apartment in the hood, and it's gonna be a damn trap apartment complex.
Rap house.
And it's not even that low income. It's still expensive. It's like
and then decrease all the value of all the other homes in the neighborhoods.
And if you want to get in there with the low income, you have to make less than a certain wage. So there's no upward mobility with your job, because if I make more than a certain amount, I'm going to lose my housing now. So I'm stuck.
Now I lose my house and I have to pay that much more to get anything similar to it. Yep.
And they're going to tend to work right there and not go up in pay. That's what they're going to do.
To give you a tidbit, in California, I don't know about any other state, if you make more than, say, about 16 to 1,800, you don't qualify for most of everything. So you see how low they keep you? You can't get out. You can't get out of the hole.
Once you're in it, because
yeah.
well, like even even in Michigan, like if you make 18 grand a year, then you're not allowed to. I don't think that you're allowed to get food stamps, and it's 18 grand a year. Like that is very low.
Very low.
Like that's not even, rent for most people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like scraping the bottom of the barrel for rent, and then you got to go into the low income housing, which is usually in the projects, and you got to be like ready to duck a bullet, in Detroit.
So is your argument that the low income housing and all these government benefits are creating the problem in itself because they have to make so little money they can't work and can't ever get out of the hole?
That's what I'm hearing.
It's called being what's it called? Being in a welfare state.
It was LBJ and the Great Societies program and the civil rights movement in the 60s and the communism and the Marxism coming into America, and it was
never the government's job to provide you with income or a home or anything else. They were to provide us with security through the military, keep the playing field level with the money crap.
That's what Democrat policies do. They create problems so they can say we're going to fix the problem.
Yeah.
But the claim is that there's more harm.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
We got to get this hungover guy on our show.
The claim is that
I know.
more harm than good.
My name's not hungover. They changed my name to that.
Oh, they did?
You're hungover.
Sorry.
Is he low hung?
What's your name?
I am hungover though. Well, now I'm starting to get buzzed again, so that'll fix it.
Oh,
Is your name like low hung or hung low?
My name is JS or Josh.
Oh, JS.
He's not only Native American, he's also Chinese.
At least your name isn't JF Gary Epi. So are we saying that government subsidies were created for black people? What's wrong with you, JS?
Whoa!
It's not just black people.
What
It's
a
poor,
racist.
it's poor white people too.
We live in modernity, right? And so there's a peaceful time that we're living in. So it's very easy to say now, all of a sudden, since we have a peaceful time frame to live in, that now we can take these things away. It's like you've already taken the toothpaste out of the toothpaste tube, so you can't put it back in. Like it's out. The toothpaste is out of the tube.
I believe that I could put it back in the tube given enough time.
I'm confused.
I mean, they got it in there once.
They did.
There's got to be a way to get it back in.
There's always a social safety net anyway.
I'm a master at injecting things, Brick. Play. I will inject
That's
it with my
exactly what
meat missile.
government is. It's a social safety net. Like, just to say that, like, all of a sudden now we're going to take certain things away because we just don't like them because, well, they promote things that I don't necessarily agree with.
No.
And I get that.
I don't think the government should manage the social safety net. The society should collectively manage the social safety net.
They've all literally, it's always been the government.
Well, if it was right, society would be
Not always been the government.
Yes. It just happened to be that before the United States and what is the Magna Carta, it was church and state.
Society does it through the government. They do it through elected
and state
officials.
before the church and state were separated. So yeah, it's always been government.
There wasn't the government benefits in America in the 1940s, 1930s. And it still survived. It did quite well.
State wasn't 1940s.
And also, yeah, I'd be fine saying they're done through the government, but not the federal government.
Local municipalities.
Separated the church and the state. Right. And so now, because of that, one of them's going to have to do it. And guess what? Some things the church just isn't willing to do. Are you willing to wipe the old guy's ass? JS Urban?
Nonprofit.
What?
You're the church. You're the church. Are you willing to wipe the old guy's ass? Are you willing to go by every day and wipe his ass?
No, there's women that'll
we'll
do
pay
that.
the government to do it.
There's
This is a social safety net for the
I'm
old
serious.
people.
Women go into nursing because they like people, they care about people. They'll be all like, "Oh, the poor old guy. Let me wipe his ass."
The little Jewish parishioner is willing to go by.
I'm not doing it. Somebody will do it.
Not for
to wipe
profits.
the old
Pay
guy's
somebody
ass.
to do it.
You're not
Oh,
going to
God, I
do
don't
it.
want you doing it.
You
I
know
got
you're
news
not
for
going to
you.
do it.
Who's doing the one-on-one now? Like, I know Easy's probably waiting. He's over there eating Chinese food and drinking.
Well, so that they paid for Galactic to have a one-on-one with Clay, but the problem is we're at max on
I'll drop,
stage,
dude.
so
Yeah, I'll drop. I'll drop back and watch this. Yeah.
Or I can drop. Would you want me to drop?
well then that's just like breaking the rules. So, like,
Sorry,
that
I said
would
that
be
earlier too.
pumping in front of you.
There
So
must
then
be
you're
rules
not
in a
on
society.
stage. You know what I'm trying to say? Because like there's like a lineup to get on.
Or William could pay to fatality me. Come on, William. Let's go.
Come on, William.
Do it now.
man.
William.
You've sealed your fate, dude.
He doesn't want to give Chad a
Why'd you
chance
do
to
that,
revive me.
JS and I agree on.
You're
Chad,
done for.
You want to help? You want to help the grift? You want to help Easy Mac? Kill me now, William, and then give the chat a
think he
chance to
just
revive me,
asked for
and then you
it,
can
JS. I think-
fatality me again.
I think he's going to do it.
And how much is it to kill him?
100.
Oh.
Kill him bye-bye.
That's a good amount.
For a minute. Yep.
No,
Dude,
William's
just
gonna
like
wait till I
$2.
can't be revived to
I'd
do
pay. That's just because I'm broke.
Calling
Yeah,
you
that
out,
was just 'cause
William.
I'm
No
broke. It's not like I
balls.
hate anybody.
And it's his birthday.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
birthday. It's my birthday, so
That's
give
even more
Easy
reason to
money.
do it. Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe drop by my show when it's tomorrow and it's my birthday stream, and maybe give me money if you have it.
Dude,
There you go.
Everybody's
I'm
born in
not stealing any
October.
money from Easy.
What is
Yeah.
it? What
This
is
guy
it?
works
You
hard.
forgot to hold your cup up and shake it while you're.
I don't have a
saying
cup.
that.
The only thing that I have is what I give out, and
Oh,
that is
here, you can
that
borrow
is
mine.
L's. I give out L's. I have is L's.
All
I
the
guess.
best people are born in October.
Ah, yes, that's right. Michael Myers, myself.
Christ.
That's the only ones I know.
Eminem, Lil Wayne, Charlie Kirk, me.
Eminem. I'll take you over Eminem, man, any day. Any day.
Hey,
Eminem's-
there's some great people born in May.
There's
What are
some
we doing?
vomit on his sweater
What are we
already.
doing? What are we
And then
doing?
he opened up Mom's Spaghetti.
What are we doing?
Mom's spaghetti.
Y'all going to hold hands
He,
anytime soon?
That
He
is
had a
hilarious,
restaurant.
actually.
Eminem had a restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti for a little while out in Detroit.
Yeah.
I think it was a pop-up. But yeah, he opened up Mom's Spaghetti because he had vomit on his sweater already. And he was hungry from vomiting, I think.
I don't think it's
that's
a pop up.
why.
I think it's still open.
It might be.
So
I know
JS,
he
have
did
a-
like a day there.
I have a
Working.
question for you. This is something that just popped in to my head right here. So would
Damn, that's
you
dangerous.
would you be all right with housing mentally ill people?
Insane
How-
asylums.
In an asylum?
In an asylum, yeah.
not necessarily that kind of crazy. Just mentally ill, like they just got some mentally challenged problems.
That,
like
that would be a handicap. So
yeah,
yeah.
just like handicap
Yeah.
type
About
mental
like
illness.
disability,
that's-
something
so-
like that. What are you talking about?
Like
That's
if they
more
think
like
they're a man-
locking them up.
Mental problems.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
Not a mentally
not
ill?
the type of people that we want to lock up, but like just people like with autism and that sort of thing. The people
Grannies?
who just simply can't take care of themselves.
All right, hold
Some
up.
other
Hold
autism.
up.
I don't even believe in autism.
We got a
Yeah,
1v1 request. Oh shit! So Clay, if you're gonna be in the next debate, you better win this one because it's gonna be you versus JS.
All right,
So let's
all right.
let's get everyone else into the back.
Batter up, boys.
Vomit on the sweater already. Mom's.
Yeehaw! Hope you brought your
All
six
right.
shooter.
All right, let's find a specific. I mean, you guys were on housing, right? Let me see. Should stay-at-home parents qualify for some type of social income support?
Stay at home parents?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'd say no.
Oh, okay. Like this includes like a state, like say single mom.
See, that's what if it was single
If
mom,
single mom
maybe,
wanted to stay home and homeschool her kids, should she get some like social income for this or no?
it depends.
No.
It depends on why she's a single mom. So, like, if the
What?
yeah,
How would you enforce that, by the way? Okay.
well, you would say she's widowed, she was married, and the husband died or something. Then we're gonna help her out. She was homeschooling her kids before. The dad was working. We're gonna replace his income because he died to help this family.
to help the kids,
Yeah.
but fuck the kids of the single moms that made bad choices.
If that single mom damn hoeing around making baby welfare mom, no.
Punish the kids for the mom's choices. Damn, you can kind of giving a good argument for abortion, huh?
I'm still
We
gonna
can't-
say no.
Oh shit! You see
we,
the
we
traffic
can't we
stuff
can't
here?
incentivize bad decisions, and that's what that does.
Okay. Okay, I'm just saying. This is like, those are the types of things that when the pro-choicers here, they'll say, you guys don't care about kids. That's why you should let them kill them. Anyways.
Yeah. It's not a.
I'm not debating, so I can't.
Yeah, I would just fall back on Christians adopt more kids than anybody else, and the church does more to take care of single moms than the government does. So it's not. For me, it comes down to the government benefits, the social safety net from the government. Where's the social safety net coming from? Anyway,
Well, the same place it always comes from, right? I think that's kind of a given. Let me see here.
No, there's a difference between charity and the government taking my money to distribute it to people. But anyway.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, you guys will both agree to this one, I'm pretty sure.
Food stamps.
Oh, do you think the government should provide food stamps?
I'm gonna be affirmative on this one.
That they should, and I'm no.
Yeah.
At all, JS?
Yeah, and we kind of got into this a little with the housing thing, but it's just the next on the list.
Okay, yeah, we'll do this then. We'll do the food stamps. So, chat, to remind you all, this goes to 5 minutes. Okay, if you want to add on time and make it longer, it's up to you. $10 to add a minute. It is $60 to solo judge. And if we don't get a solo judge, it goes to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to both of you. Let's get it.
All right. So obviously I'm the affirmative, so I would need to make my argument for
why we should have food stamps. Sure.
Yeah. So essentially poverty, it's never going to go away. Poor people are never going to go away. And just as with my argument with housing, even though the church is a fine place to receive help from, in my opinion, they can't do everything. Not only that, but there are people who do not want help from the church. There are people who do not believe in God. They don't want anything to do with the church or any type of non-profit organization at all. They would just simply rather have the help from the government. And in fact, some things I would argue are worth paying into a bigger pot where essentially it's the same as the defense. It's welfare and defense. In fact, the welfare and defense clause in the Constitution are in the same clause. It's the same exact clause, and there's a reason for that.
All right, you got a minute there. Okay, so first off, we could take the church off the table. It doesn't necessarily have to be the church. It's charity. It's people giving. We ought to take care of homeless people, and we ought to give to homeless people when we have an abundance. So we should do that. Doesn't have to be the church, but usually the church is the best at it, at organizing people who are willing to give charitably. So take the church off the table. Just say charity, feeding the homeless ourselves as a community is better than the government holding me at gunpoint, taking money out of my paycheck, and then putting a cash card into a homeless person's pocket, where most likely they're going to take that card and they're going to sell it 50 cents on the dollar for some dope money. And it enables them to keep being lazy and to keep being homeless and just keep getting that money in their bank every month. Sometimes they get it twice a month, $150 twice a month. I've seen for one person. That's $300 a month.
Yeah, there are the exceptions to the rule, and there's probably a lot of exceptions to the rule. People who take advantage of the system, but that does not negate the fact that people are poor. There are poor people. There are people who live in poverty. There are people who are disabled who cannot do for themselves, and they need extra. And we call this welfare. And part of that welfare program is food stamps. Now, there's also disability and there's also housing. But particularly when it comes to food stamps, one of the things about food stamps is instead of going to the church or to some food bank where the food could, potentially be stale or not really the most healthy things, because it's not always the most healthy things.
Well, you think they're buying the most healthy things with food stamps? Dude, they were losing their minds when Trump said you couldn't buy candy and soda anymore with your food stamp card.
Well,
homeless people were fat. Speaking of the fat homeless people,
about the
I've seen so many videos of fat people in Walmart
I get it.
trying to buy their sodas with their food stamp card.
Yes, we know this. We also know that you have a bias against disabled people.
I can't buy my Mountain Mist anymore.
You can have that bias. It's America. You have your opinions, okay? But this does not negate the fact that there are people who do not have the ability to choose, right?
Your argument is there's poor people
who need help.
Listen, we're both going to agree there are poor people who need help. We both agree.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So the discussion here is how is the best way to handle this situation? Is it the government forcing everybody to pay into this pot to pay these people, or is it the people coming together out of the goodness of their heart? If we have a moral, I know, it sounds crazy.
I'm sorry, Jan. No, listen, my man. I appreciate it.
That could never happen.
I want to believe I have a good heart. I believe you got a good heart. I believe that you do go out there and you do feed the homeless. I do it. I don't
go feed the homeless because I'm broke. I can barely feed myself.
Oh, come on. You don't like really.
If I was rich and I had an abundance, then I would go out and do. I would go.
Give me $1.
Would I give you $1? Hell no.
You gonna buy some.
You're gonna buy some damn spice joint. You're gonna buy a spice joint.
No, I don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. No, but in all seriousness, we know the reason why we have the government programs that we do. We're doing pretty good here in the U.S. That's my argument. I believe we're doing a really great job, in fact, because as many people are in poverty, there are people who come out of poverty, and it's because of these welfare programs, including food stamps.
People come out of poverty because of welfare programs.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see numbers on that.
I'm a success story.
I think more people come out of poverty.
I'm one of those success stories.
I think more. Okay, well, I would argue more people come out of poverty through finding God and finding the church and working hard.
I used to drink a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I don't do drugs now. I eat good. I eat healthy.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of drugs. I used to be homeless. I traveled the country in a van.
And one day the government came, knocked on my door, and was like, "Hey, I'm here to help."
Is Daniel falling asleep?
Yep, he has been.
Yeah, this isn't a who's been through the struggle the most clout contest.
Well, experience does speak a lot to this point.
I'm gonna let it get to 6 minutes 30 seconds. See if we have a solo judge.
Huh?
Okay, so we both have the experience.
Yes, experience is a great teacher. I don't know if it's the best teacher I've heard.
And when I was going through that, I didn't go in to get food stamps. I would go to the church. I would go to the local food bank, which was privately owned, and it was ran through donations.
Well, you know how that food bank gets its status, right, of nonprofit through the government.
I don't know if I want to say that, but. Anyway,
no, it's through the government. You can't have a food bank like that. What you're talking about, unless it's nonprofit, which is through the government.
There are programs to help people with addiction, like methadone programs and stuff like that, that are ran locally. The one here is government is the. It's not government arm. Ran.
It's the government. The government.
All right, real quick, boys. Real quick.
You're muted, Daniel. I don't know if he's talking to us or if he knows that he's.
Real quick. In the chat, I'm putting the poll in right now. Okay, so if you want to vote for this man right here, you're voting for JS Urban Adventures on the poll. All right, and if you want to vote for this man right here, you're voting for Clay on the poll. Chat, get your votes in right now. I'm gonna start this timer up, and you're gonna have 2 minutes to vote.
I gotta go vote for myself.
Vote.
I can't. I'm not allowed to vote for myself.
Yeah, I just don't see why. We both agree homeless people are going to be there. Homeless people need help. And
what
so
about
the question
the
is,
mentally ill?
all of this, I'm going to point towards local people, private companies, churches, individuals, charitable donors.
But you ain't gonna go wipe the old man's ass. You know you ain't going to.
Rather than the government taking money out of my paycheck to redistribute as they see fit.
I'd rather
and I don't
pay
agree
the
with how
nurse.
they see it fit. I'd
I'd rather pay the nurse than have
We have
you
ABODs.
go wipe the old man's ass. I really would. I would rather pay a nurse because the old
government-
man will enjoy the nurse.
The government leads to more ABODs, able-bodied, zero dependence, young.
If
working
you walk
age,
into that old
healthy
man's
men who
house
don't
ready
wanna
to wipe
work.
his ass, I will agree with you.
They want their government housing, their food stamps, and they want to sit in their house and play video games, and they're perfectly able to work. And they'll say, "I'm mentally ill," and that's how they'll get on their. That's how they'll get on their things. They'll go see their social worker.
You're making an
I'm
argument
mentally
about
ill.
the exception. You keep doing that.
Not the
We're talking about
exception.
the
It's
rule.
It's
How
not
do
the
I sign
exception.
up?
It's the
Why
majority.
do we have the program? Do we
Because
have
of
it for
lack
those
of passion.
exceptions?
Wait, oops.
Do we have it for the guy who wants to get fat? No, we have it for the mentally ill, the homeless ones that can't get out, the ones that do need it.
It's
This
Democrat.
is why we have it.
It's
Not because
Democrat
of the fat
policies.
guy. Not because
Democrat
of the guy
policy.
who
Is
is going to just break everything. In the
Are
house.
all these safety nets making the blue cities, the urban areas, are they making them better? Is things getting better? I think the number of
No.
homeless is increasing. The number of
I
drug
believe
addicts
that
is
you're
increasing.
doing the fallacy
crime
of
is
the red
going
and
up.
blue. This is not a red and blue thing, right? We're all Americans. Get over
right.
yourself, you
Real quick.
fucking commie.
That is 39 votes locked in. Had 2 minutes. All right. Thank you to everyone who voted. 39 votes and 69%.
Giggity giggity. 69.
69% of those votes voted that the winner of the 1v1 was JS Urban Adventures. Clay, after I'm done talking, you have 30 seconds. Tell everybody in the chat where they can find you and why they should bring you back for another shot at the $200 prize.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate it, Speakeasy. You know I always come up here to have some fun. And it has been a lot of fun. Yeah, I feel like that you guys really didn't watch or listen to what was really happening in the debate, because the debate, actually, I did make a really good argument. And I did a really good job of making the argument, too.
Also,
I
because
don't
of
know if
crazy
you
ass
saw.
Scoot, scoot, scoot.
I voted for you.
Hold on. Can I get my time back?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Yeah, my bad.
10 seconds.
You know, I'm just here for the good time. All right. Thanks, fam. See you later.
Always a pleasure having you. And until next time, my friends.
Fatality.
Another soul added into the safe of souls. And that's how it goes on Verbal Combat Friday, baby.
That goes in the Wild Wild West. Well, I'm a
It was that damn
badass
life
cowboy
that
living
made
in the
that
county.
other 20% drop off.
What?
Nothing personal, JS.
What? What'd you say?
Trippy,
laugh,
I'm gonna
that
have to
crazy
get
ass
you to
laugh
show
he
me
did.
how
That
to make
caused
my
him to lose
OBS
big time.
do where when I talk, my guy will have like a mouth movement thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh shit!
That'd
Yeah, there's
be
a few
cool.
programs. I mean, I use Character Animator, but that's Adobe, and you don't want to be spending like $70 a month.
No, I just want something that can load into the OBS that when I talk,
problem.
my guy's mouth will move.
Yeah, there's some things that are a lot. There might be a free one or two. I'll have to ask a couple of people, but yeah, I can help you.
Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Word. All right, let me see here. Let me see. Where was there was one topic I was looking at that should wartime veterans have lifelong welfare rights regardless of income?
Regardless of
Yep.
income.
Welfare.
Well, what if they become a millionaire? We were going over how millionaires shouldn't get benefits.
If you're a veteran,
I'm doing whataboutism. Sorry.
you get them all.
It don't matter. He served his country, bruh.
I would say yes.
Yes, and they should
I
get
thought
free
they did
access
anyway, to
to
be honest.
Ariak's mom.
All of these, I just want to say nobody should get the government benefits, but
Even the
if we,
people that
if we
signed up
have
for
a
nothing
government, like if we have a system, then I guess war vets would be some of the people that I would say, I don't know. Wartime vets.
Just think,
Risk your life
the
for
4
this
years maybe they were in there, they might have not ever seen a day of combat. But
Let
they
me
had
just
the
like
memories
run
that
something
they
by
could
you
be
guys.
deployed in way.
I'm not gonna debate it with you guys because I'm not in today. But let me just run like something by you guys so you can like ponder on it for a second, okay? Because like the argument is yes because they serve their country. So that means you're also talking about like the people who willingly go serve their country. And now I want to ask you if the people the loggers, the police officers, the plumbers, all the people that keep the infrastructure together, are they not too serving their country? And if so, then shouldn't they get the same thing?
No,
Just
so because
the
they don't have
danger
to
of the
Not in the same
job is
way.
different?
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah,
never
say
be
no.
no.
No, just because you're a vet or any of these things doesn't qualify you instantly for welfare for your rest of your life. But the military should pay these guys if that's part of the deal with signing into the military. Is that a social safety net? The military paying what's it called?
Nope. It's a benefit.
Yeah. So yeah, they already get that. They get their military. I don't know what it's called, but
military benefits.
Now, what if they served in a combat zone and they were in extreme danger and all that? Do you still think then they deserve nothing after, other than the pay they got?
no. Well, they deserve what the military gives them.
Like
So
the
if that's
pay.
if that's a government
They don't
benefit,
deserve-
then they
don't
get
deserve retirement.
that.
It would be a government benefit because the government is the ones who have. and
What's the
control
government's
military.
very first job? What's
But
the
if
very first job?
if the military trained them right and they're getting a check from the military for the rest of their lives or forever how long they get it, then they shouldn't need extra government assistance in social.
Yeah, but
what's the difference?
so you guys are kind of saying you guys are going away from what I'm talking about.
Right.
The whole
Those are
point of
civil
this
servants.
prompt
They don't never
is
face.
not-
They're not
is
going to face
not-
that.
wait. The whole point of this prompt is not to say there is already a pay that they get after. We're talking about like the welfare rights. So like the fact that like, because like welfare rights is usually like welfare programs are usually like something designed to meet a need of some sort, right?
Right. So we're saying because you served in combat, we're going to make sure you're housed and fed for the rest of your life, no matter what.
I think that sounds fair to me.
And like and then you guys said the only reasoning being is because they serve their country, right?
Right.
But isn't that what
Do police officers not serve their country?
They do.
Don't they already get
At least.
taken care of for the rest of their life through?
They won't be deployed in a damn military.
Yeah, should they?
That's local state.
Yeah, this is
Should
hypothetical,
they?
guys.
That's local state, so that's already covered. Technically, it
Cops.
is.
Should
Yeah,
they get that?
Plumbers, the infrastructure, like you said earlier, those used to be private institutions. Does everybody know this? And the government has systematically went in like fascism and communism does, right? And they bought it all out. So you no longer have independent electricity,
Correct.
water, and stuff like that, where those used to be private companies, including the telephone.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be better. But
Why
the
do we even have
military,
highways and roads? Because of the military needed them. That's why.
but
Or
the
tanks.
military is one of the things that I'm like okay with paying taxes for.
Right.
Like I don't
Protecting
like
you and your
Yeah.
loved ones, and you don't necessarily have to go in to
But that-
have that protection.
that would also apply to police too. Is what
It would on a state by state level at least.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
that. It's
It's
already
not a
state
federal.
Yeah.
It's not a federal.
What about the FBI then?
They're not
What
police.
about-
They're above the police.
I didn't say they are,
I know.
but they go and put their life on the line, no?
It's a
I don't
government
like-
branch.
They kind of
Not
do.
in the same
it
way.
depends. They do a lot of desk work, but they also do physical. So yeah, I mean,
yeah. So like the only only thing I was bringing up, I'll bring up a different topic because again, I'm not debating. I was just trying to get someone to see if they could argue that other side. The only thing I was bringing up because like when I see the argument for the other side, I've seen it pointed out that like if you're gonna say it's simply for serving the country, there's so many other jobs you'd have to include. Like if you can't think of any other reasoning besides just because they serve their country. Like because especially
having to put your
the
life
fact
on the
that
line
there's a lot of like willing. I didn't hear you. I was talking. What?
If they've set you active, easy, and you're in the military, your life's in danger if you go into a battle zone. At any second, they could do that.
Yeah, and a cop that pulls over somebody on a traffic stop at any second gets shot in his face. A firefighter going into a burning building to save children can get collapsed on at any second.
But
yeah, like the counter to any of the military stuff.
Teachers that teach in the school could have some psycho lefty come in and blast their face off at any minute.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, but even just as like firefighter as like a perfect example for this, because it's like like they're technically every single time they run into a burning building, like they're risking their lives to do that. But like the counter I would say is that it's like it's not just like that your life's at stake, but it's that like as society, the highest goal you have to honor as society inherently is protecting your borders. The military, in terms of like that dedication, should be seen as like one of the highest, or as you would peers, be one of the highest honors you can do as a citizen for your country.
Yeah.
That's why you do it heavily incentivized in terms of that. But because your life's on the line, that's when you can flip and say, oh well, should a firefighter get welfare benefits then? You know.
Yeah, that's
welfare indicates federal funds.
That's where I would go with it too. I just wanted to see if there was anybody would hear it and maybe try to take this side, because I've heard both sides of this argued.
It's different with the military and the police and the fire. Like she said, the fire and the police stations is going to be more local.
Government.
So the police station is going to take care of the policemen. The fire station is going to take care of the firemen. The military is going to take care of the military guys. But the military is government. So
but what if there's no need, right? So now let's say these people served in combat. They're perfectly fine. They made it out. We just should take care of them for the rest of their lives anyways.
They get lifetime insurance and they have a choice to go to college on the GI Bill if they like.
How many years are you guys saying they should serve as well?
I went and looked at that today. It's 2 to 10 years.
I agree with that.
Do it in a couple of different ways. And they can sign up for 8 or 10, something like that.
So they do 2 years in the military set for life?
No, I wouldn't say that.
4 years.
4 years in the military set for life. 18 goes in at 18 and set for life after that.
Comes out at 20, set for life. That sounds unfair.
Not set for life, but
10 years.
Well, that's what you guys just read.
No, you get
said.
You get a paycheck based off of how much time you put in. So if you do longer time, you get more money when you get out.
Okay, so say they can't afford their living because of
then no, they shouldn't get welfare. No, they shouldn't get extra stuff added on unless if we have welfare.
Okay, so the answer is no.
Yeah, I'm saying exactly. No.
The answer is no.
Yeah, I'm saying no, right. But that paycheck that they're getting every month for the rest of their life is a government benefit.
From welfare, right?
Yeah, like I know a guy who's no longer active. He was honorably discharged for, mental health, basically. And he gets a check every month for that, but he wasn't injured or anything, It
was like just crazy on its own. It wasn't created by being in combat or anything.
No, he went. He was. What the hell was it called? That hurricane.
Okay, so that's it. He went to a hurricane,
Katrina.
Yeah, and he found like a little girl who was very heavily injured and carried her back to the med bay to find out that she had been dead since he picked her up. And they kind of messed him up here.
I think he should be taken care of to some extent.
Let me try this one with you guys. Let me see where you guys go with this one.
I agree too.
Trying to get you guys maybe a little more emotionally
riled up.
All right. And just to let chat know, it's 1 hour until we get into the finals. So if you want to do any moves, now's your time. And Galactic, I thought Galactic was coming up here to do a 1v1, but then he left. So I don't know what's going on there. But should elderly people who are financially stable still receive public pensions?
Back off. Sorry. I don't like this one. Fuck it. I'm going on strike.
Public
You're talking about
pension.
fly.
Is that
That means like paying out their Social Security.
Yeah.
security? Social security? Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be something that they paid into.
If they paid into it, yeah.
Then yes.
Yeah, if they paid into it.
Yeah. I've been paying since I was 16. I'm getting mine easy. I don't give a shit what this Trump is. Trump just raised it to 67.
But I don't think we should have Social Security.
Why not?
I paid into it all my life. When I first started working, I seriously called the damn place and asked them if I had to pay. If it was a law, they said, you better pay or go to jail.
Because you're taking money out of my paycheck against my will. I have to pay into this pot. I could die tomorrow, and I'm never going to see it. I'm never going to see that money. I'd rather give me that money, and if I'm smart, I'll put some under my mattress, and
yeah,
and then when it's time for me to retire, I'll have money.
Invest.
You pay for me, and somebody will pay for you on your backside, coming up behind you. That's the way it works. I'm paying for somebody else, really. I'm not paying for me. That's the way I see it. I'm paying for the people that's already retired. Does that make sense?
You like doing that? That's like the system you want to do?
Yeah, it's it ain't pay. There's a word for it. I just can't. Perpetual something.
I get that that's the system we're in, and since we've paid into it, we want that money.
I was forced to pay into it, like you're saying. I wasn't. I didn't volunteer for that shit.
Yeah.
Same.
I was gonna say I didn't think you liked paying into it. It's just
Hell
how it is.
no.
It is what it is.
It's
Right?
what it is. That's what I had to deal with
Yeah.
because I was born in the United States. That's what I got to
So
do.
would anybody here would choose to still have something like that, or everybody says no Social Security?
I would say no.
We need it. You don't want to have somebody. Oh, not just because I'm getting up.
So you think we need it? So you're saying yes?
Yeah, we
All right,
need
so
it
we
for
got one
people
guy.
that's old and crippled. You know. Or
Is
can't
Teriyaki sleeping?
I'm still here.
can't do anything for themselves. They literally cannot take care of themselves, and they can't afford a nursing home, and they have no kids.
Yeah.
It could go. I could keep going for a long time on this one because I am at this place.
I'm on his side now.
Do what?
I'm on your side now. Yep.
What an argument, right? Holy shit!
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
Social
really do
Security
know
could be a
people
good
that are
thing.
getting so bad they can't even take care of themselves, and it's really, really sad. They have nobody to help them, no kids to help them, no money. They don't know what they're going to do. Maybe eat
Yeah, but a
crackers.
pony. Yeah, but a pony running off a cliff is also sad.
Yeah, it
You know
is.
what I mean?
I know I'm playing on emotion, but I'm not making a point. I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm just making
Yeah,
a point.
it sounds really sad, but it doesn't change my mind.
Well, I
Teriyaki
understand
says
that.
the guy from
Maybe it
Iran
doesn't. I don't
is Irishistan over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just saying I was born here and I got to pay my taxes.
Because we have all these Muslims coming over here taking our benefits, and we had no benefits, they wouldn't be here.
Put them in the
And
tank
what's
tank.
How is Bahir?
Teriyaki,
Somewhere near.
Teriyaki, just
Bahir's somewhere there.
throw them in the
That's right.
tank tank.
Exactly. In the tank.
Throw them right in the tank tank.
It sounds like a website that Teriyaki would start in competition with TikTok.
I'm working on my Irish accent.
There is a serious problem where like there are people who like they don't plan out for when they get to like the old age or even like fucking like for the next 10 years. They don't plan out anything. They just spend everything their whole paycheck. They don't give a fuck about the future. Let them fail.
Whose fault is that? Yesterday and tomorrow. You don't make that much
Guys,
money, do you? You need
read
3
the prompt,
salaries to do that.
Should elderly people who are financially stable still receive public pensions?
If you're paying into the system, you should be able to get it back out.
Yeah. Also, Also, that whole sad story you told, Are You Crazy, totally ignores the topic. We're talking about rich old people.
Well-to-do at least.
I didn't see that in the prompt.
Financially stable old people should they
Can I see
still
the
get their.
prompt easy, please, sir?
It was just
I literally just put it back down. Yeah.
He did.
Okay.
There it
My
is.
bad. My bad.
You see it? Yeah.
I'll recall everything I said.
Well, it was useful information, I think.
Well, thank you.
Regardless.
Yeah,
So
we kind of jumped from the topic to should there even be Social Security, but
yeah, we
damn
went,
old people racists.
I read it wrong. I didn't read it.
You guys are racist against old people. Is there a race now? Because I said
hate old people. Old people is your mom and dad. You shit.
Daniel, you want to pass that shit, or you trying to play puff keep?
They're
over
financially stable because they raised your big ass.
But I don't think anybody's going to say just because you got rich in your life and you paid into Social Security your whole life and you got rich and you succeeded that you shouldn't get that money. Like they should
get it.
You pay into it.
If we have that system, they paid into it. They should.
But doesn't somebody need it more?
No.
Somebody always needs it more.
We're not living in a socialistic system.
That's true. Ariak nailed it.
They need it more.
And so did Star.
But again, they're financially stable. They don't need it at all. So what does
Somebody
it matter?
always needs more.
Don't need
Needs
it
it
at
more.
all.
Like Terry said.
Society will not change one bit if they get that money. But if they don't and they give it to the needy, the ones that need it, society will be better. So you still think
needy.
they should not get it?
Well, what it comes
Not
down to,
necessarily.
what
Let
it
them
comes
keep
down
it.
to is it's their choice. You pay them their Social Security. They're already rich. If they're generous and if they're going to do the right thing, they'll take that Social Security check and they'll give it to the needy.
Well, how about this, right? And this is a crazy idea, but
It's about
hear me
you
out.
choose to
Hear me
do
out.
charity. It's not
Yeah.
forced.
Exactly, Jess. Why can't we just choose to pay taxes? Why can't I choose to say, you know what? I am paying 30%. I'm only paying 10%. Go fuck yourselves. Why can't we do that?
Damn Irish people. That's why they all came over to the Americas and they made it Irish. And
Yeah, we built that country, boy.
Not all your fault.
And your ancestors.
We built that country.
Not all taxes. You could, but you should be able to opt out of like Social Security and stuff like that. But
if you opt out, I agree with you, JS. I wanted to opt out, like I said.
If you're living in the country,
you could not ever draw anything.
If you're living in this country and you're safe here, and you're using the roads, and you own land in this country, then you should pay taxes on that.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about the best outcome, right? What's the best outcome? Those people do not need it. They don't need it at all. So what? They paid into it. They do not need it. But if that money will then be used to help people that actually need it.
Who actually needs it other than the people that paid it in? I mean, how do you know?
I'm just talking about the rich people. The rich people don't need it, and the poor people obviously do.
A lot of those poor people, like 70% of them, are drug addicts.
Been talking about for the last 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, like you probably be giving that money to somebody who's just going to use it on crack amphetamines. You know?
Yep. Yeah, the homeless on the street that has safety nets already. Is that who you're talking about?
Methanol.
And who should get to make that decision upon who deserves more than the other?
They're going to come after you sooner or later.
Yeah, because if certain people make the decision, the money's just going to go to them, and they'll say they give it to charity.
So you guys are just going to count on everybody just to make the right decision and help people when they need help, right? So
we should be teaching that more. We should be teaching people how to make the right decisions and like showing them there's an option. Because I never saw nobody in my school teach me how to fucking balance a checkbook. Did you? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not even saying the checkbook, right? They got to teach you morality, right? What's right? You know, Christian.
Hey, everybody comes with their own morality. I'm pretty sure you're born with it, or at least you learn it over time.
They don't teach any of that stuff anymore.
True.
They used to teach basic,
or even like how voting.
They used to teach basic
shit.
Bookkeeping for the home in schools, along with etiquette and how to take care of infants and typing and all that stuff.
You know what used to keep that in line? Face-to-face communication, because you knew not to say something to somebody across the table because they'd reach out and touch you, if you know what I mean.
That's right.
They would reach out and physically touch you.
My mom's around your age, and she taught me that shit.
Do what?
Like, dude, you guys could smoke in school back then? Like,
Hell
you could
yeah,
just
dude.
smoke.
No, I got paddled every day for smoking in the boys' room.
Hell yeah, dude. He said, imagine, it's not good.
Just have your teacher be like, you know what, go in the back room and have a cigarette. I had a teacher like that in my high school. It was kind of weird. He'd be like, go smoke in my office if you need to smoke.
You're not going to believe me, but one of my shop teachers had a Corvette, and he took me to the hospital when my son was born.
Wow.
From school.
That's awesome.
What a random fucking story.
I did smoke in his Corvette. I was nervous.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's smoking in a Corvette.
It was a
riding down the
Corvette,
road.
1973. I remember it.
Nice.
1973.
I heard that kind of an uncomfortable ride.
When life was still fun, we weren't talking about all this stupid shit.
Every time you hit a bump in a Corvette, you feel it all the way through your spine.
Yeah, on that
All right, let me see this topic. Maybe you guys will fight a little more on this one. More social safety nets equals makes a more stable society. I wrote that all fucked up.
Boy, that's
no.
Blame it on the weed.
No.
No.
More social safety nets equals a more stable society.
Is that a statement or a question?
Yeah, well, it's a statement, and you either agree with it or you don't.
More social safety? No.
Well,
because then I mean, like, it depends on what the definition of more is, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of
It
relative.
would also create more taxes. No.
Yeah.
See how
No,
that
but
works?
what we're talking about here is we're not talking about is it morally good or is it morally bad, all this, et cetera, right? What we're talking about is does it make the society stable? So, for example, a monarchy is generally a more stable society than a democracy. Does not mean that a monarchy is better than a society. It just means that it's more stable.
Yeah, so I'd say it doesn't. Yeah, for sure.
So if you have like more benefits, all this kind of stuff, there's less likely that you're going to be going into collapses and unforeseen circumstances, all this shit.
Yeah, so what's the cap?
I just said it without juice and topping this at my lifestyle. I just said it for too late. I don't even know if you come without the beginning.
Bars.
Like, shout out to Mosman.
Perfect example of why
love you,
social services exist.
I think it's relative. I think there's a healthy and a good level of social safety net, and once you pass that, it becomes bad. And so if you're under that, if your country has less than that, then more would make you more stable. But if you're at that line, then more would destabilize you.
But yeah, let's push it up to infinite though. Let's say that we could have